You ever had anybody to tell you to grow up? Ever had anybody to just say to you, you know what? It's time for you to grow up. It's time for you to get it together. Or have you ever said that to somebody? Man, I wish they would just grow up. I wish they wouldn't act that way. Well, this morning, that's what we want to talk about this morning, how to grow personally. Personal growth. Personal growth. We dealt with that last night in our e-church, and I just wanted to piggyback on that. And if you missed last night's dialogue, then please tap into it. Tap into it. New Life Tube 1 or our Facebook page or on my page, this page here, or on the church's page where we are dealing with personal growth. We're dealing with personal growth. How many of you want to grow? How many of you want to move beyond where you are right now? I know I do. I know I do. I certainly want to be at a different place tomorrow than I am today. Next week, more than I am right now. Next year, I want to be at a far greater level, higher level in whatever area the Lord has called me into. How about you? How about you? Put that in the chat area. I want to grow. Come on, hashtag. I want to grow. Well, this morning it's the text, the talk, and the takeaway. 5 minutes or less. Grow up. Grow up. Here's the text Matthew 5 and 6. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed, Jesus talking on the Beatitudes, the Sermon on the Mount, and he is very explicit and clear about how you can grow. He simply says, and I'm going to give you three things from that text. He says, blessed are those who hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. In other words, he's going to make sure you grow. The first thing is you got to have a thirst. You got to have a thirst. You know, nothing makes you more thirsty than salt or even sugar. You know what? You have some ice cream or something very sweet, and trust me, right after then, you want to have a drink. You want some water. Even you eat some fried chicken. That's right. Fried chicken tends to be quite salty, and it's not long. Fried chicken, fried fish, whatever. You're gonna need some water because you're thirsty. There's something on the inside that says you need to quench this thirst. The same thing when it comes down to growing. You want to grow up? First of all, be thirsty. Second of all, be open to being pruned. Be open to being pruned. John 15 and 2 says that he prunes everyone whom he loves. He prunes us. Now, why does he prune us? He prunes us so that we will grow. If you've ever studied a vineyard and studied a grapevine, if the grapevine is never pruned, it will quit producing fruit. The ends or the branches of it will become old and they will not produce fruit. They'll just continue to grow. And that's why you always see small vineyards or small vines in a vineyard. They're not huge. They can grow to be huge, but they're not. Generally rather small because they produce more fruit. It's not the size, it's the pruning. So they prune it back, cut it back, so it produces more fruit. You want to grow? Grow up? Be open to being pruned. Be thirsty. Here's the third thing. The third thing is this: have some humility. Have some humility. James 4:6 says this very clearly. He says, look, he opposes the proud and gives grace to the humble. If you will abase yourself, King James Version here, if you will abase yourself, he will exalt you. But if you exalt yourself, he will abase you. In other words, if you want to grow, then see yourself in the light of God, in that have some humility. Have some humility. Nobody wants to be around a proud person sniffing pies in the sky all the time. I know I don't. I want to be around somebody that sees and is comfortable in their humanity. and know that they don't have it all together, but with God, they will, because a vineyard or a vine that is connected to Christ, as he said in John 15:2, will prune and grow. If you have some thirst, he says he's going to fill you. What's your takeaway this morning? Your takeaway is this: let God quench your thirst. Let God quench your thirst, and then you'll grow up. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you and give you peace. I'll see you tomorrow morning with more Morning Manna. If you're here in the Midwest, in the shadow of the arch, hey, stay warm and safe because it's a little cold outside. God bless you. See you tomorrow morning with more Morning Manna. Share the manna. Don't keep it to yourself.